Hey guys, you've got Scruffy and Jinyo here for yet another episode a day as we celebrate 50 years of Star Trek. It's now day 9, and so we are watching episode 9, and that is Dagger of the Mind.
Dagger of the Mind.
Yeah, it's not good things in store for Jim Kirk.
All right, so we are starting right now. Tantalus penal colony.
Something about those two words together just does not work.
Mm-hmm.
And also makes me think of tarantulas.
I like how everything is very clearly labeled, though, because you don't want to transport it down to the wrong penal colony by accident.
No. So, just these guys being in red makes me actually randomly reflect on Miri, because I just realized those two red shirts.
Yeah, they were just fine.
Yeah, just
I told
fine.
you, the only episode we ever see red shirts die is what our little girl's made of.
So
I think we're in the clear from here on in. I think we're in the clear from here on in.
But that just was interesting. That it's basically a clean slate. One episode they don't make it, one episode they do.
Yeah. Or security cover.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's not like shields or screens. It's like they've got a little Tupperware cover over their colony.
It's like in Spaceballs when they had like the whatever oxygen or whatever barrier around and it just like opens up, and that's what I think this is in my head.
What sort of cargo?
Why is Kirk eyeing that security too the way he is? He was giving him some eyebrows.
He was giving him some eye. Yeah, what could they possibly be beaming up onto the Enterprise?
What? Oh.
Yeah.
That's why he was getting a side eye. Somebody's getting in trouble.
Yeah. So we're giving important duties to the incompetent dude.
But he's really nice about it, though,
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's eyeing him, knowing something's up, and he reminds him without embarrassing him.
Right. But they set up the fact that he's slightly incompetent, so that when this dude makes his move,
this very sweaty, Doc Brown, crazy looking dude.
And we'll be learning a lot more about him.
Yeah,
I love how this computer layout panel is just like a sliding color screen behind these holes. It's not even like lights.
I just love how this dude's screwed because he is turning his back for way too long. Oh, judo chop!
Oh, judo chop!
The efficiency with which the judo chop works, you think like all militaries would use it.
Yeah.
That's how you know this is a serious situation.
Yep.
Something about, like, you hear the penal colony's name Tantalus, and you're like, that's just not going to be good. That's not going to be good for anybody.
No, it's kind of scary sounding.
Yeah.
So this episode aired right after Miri, but was actually shot just before Miri.
So they flipped it.
He's star on the show. I don't think he's in this episode, actually.
Just along for the ride. Doesn't mean we can't sing his theme song.
No Sulu theme song this episode.
Oh, there's a lot of sound on that one.
Dagger of the Mind.
I really love whoever's job it was to, come up with all the episode titles. I don't know if it was up to each individual writer.
I think it was
for the
individual
episodes,
writers.
because there's some really great episode titles.
This one, of course, is a reference to Macbeth.
Behind the time stones.
Oh yeah, this place is a real resort.
Yeah, we've got Uhura back. Well, that's not good.
There's a violent criminal.
Oh, that's definitely not good. That guy works fast.
Yeah.
He's really good at looking super suspicious.
Yeah. Possibly hidden in the box because there was nothing else in the box.
And also your guy didn't scan it probably the way he should have.
Yeah.
So they mentioned, like, violent and dangerous a couple times, and yeah.
Right.
Oh! God, he's so sweaty.
Yeah, he is. Well, that box is not exactly air conditioning.
Yeah, so run. Yeah, he is really not good at having a cover.
We've got a runner!
Kind of loving that camera angle where it's Spock, but then you're still getting the whole rest of the action that's going on with the crew.
That's true. That's a cool shot of the bridge.
I mean, so much of it is obviously going to be like straight on shots.
These security guys are terrible.
Are really bad at their jobs.
Now, are we counting that as a red shirt death?
No.
All right.
They don't get blasted, impaled, disintegrated, then they ain't dead. Or if McCoy doesn't say, he's dead, Jim, then they're not dead.
Okay. All right.
I love how calm Kirk is.
Aww.
Whoopsie doodles.
Yeah. Extremely violent.
I feel like violence has been mentioned
My bad.
at least 3 times.
Yeah. They're like, who's that guy?
There's one security dude doing his job really well, which is guard the captain.
And we've got Spock and Uhura both wearing their little earpieces.
Yeah, but also, like, as a security guy, shouldn't you be facing
the door?
The door? What use are you? You're not going to see if somebody's about to judo chop you from behind. Like,
yeah.
I don't even understand that. Okay, so maybe actually all security is incompetent. Well, that's a whole lot of BS.
So we learn...
Oh, see? That's the thing!
You called it! You called it!
I did not even remember that was coming.
Useless freaking security dude.
Yeah. Kudos to whoever was in charge of lighting. It always looks magnificent.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Van Gelder.
That's Van Gelder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even realize he was holding a gun. So you're like, I'll give you my word that I will take you back down there.
Oh, is Spock making a move?
Well, first Kirk has to
we've got
distract him.
Total strangers and navigation in the helm.
Right.
I will just assume that Chekhov and Sulu... Well, Chekhov doesn't exist yet.
Right.
So I'll just assume that Sulu is off shift.
Yeah, he's not on this episode.
Oh, look at Spock. Creeping on up. I got the very blue eyes. Goodness.
Yeah, he does. That's how you know he's crazy. Never trust a blue-eyed man.
Is he gonna... Oh, dang it.
Oh, yeah. Judo kick. And then a neck pinch.
Yes.
We got a nice amount for Spock to do in this episode. You know, he explained, he had a little dialogue with McCoy there about the superiority of
and you see
no
him
emotions.
Being all stealthy like a panther.
Yep. And then we'll get a little extra bonus action out of Spock a little bit later this episode. Yes.
Like it's a specimen.
Let McCoy dissect him.
It's a person.
Well, I mean, McCoy did say he wanted to study.
Oh, so yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah.
I think that cost him everything.
This had to have been an extremely stressful role for this actor to play.
Yeah, all the muscle contraction you got to do on yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot of tension.
Like the things he's trying to tell the truth on are hurting him.
Yeah, they're definitely causing him a lot of pain. Like, they didn't ask you where you went to school, dude.
I feel like McCoy should be like, why don't you relax? Why don't you calm down and stop talking?
We didn't ask for your CV. If it's gonna hurt you that much, then maybe don't tell us.
Or blood starts coming out of your ears. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude.
Oh. So he's like human thesaurus.
What?
It's like they erased, edited, subverted.
And that's a thesaurus to you?
Yeah. Give him the squishy.
Yes, give him the squishy. It's like almost always red. Sometimes it's green.
Yeah.
But it's almost always red.
Yeah, in the future, medicine is red. That's how you know it's good for you.
Wow, the video quality here changes quite drastically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look how Kirk's trying to peek in there. So, what you looking at?
There's no way. Huh? I mean, we've totally, been at some of those replica ones. There's no way, you can't see... no one can see what's in there unless you're right directly in front of it. So, I mean, what you doing?
What is that? Oh, he's not an inmate at all.
So I think I was telling you earlier on how Shatner's a very physical actor and Nimoy's a very internal actor, and so if he was making a decision to stay put in a scene,
mm-hmm.
then Shatner would automatically because you can't be talking to each other from across the room. You need to engage with your other actors. So then they're kind of nice. Yin and Yang balance was that Shatner would always go over to him, which is I find what you'll see in the series is that Kirk is always hanging out at the science station because Spock rarely leaves it.
Right.
And so I just enjoy that because it kind of, whether they intended it or not, creates this really nice character dynamic between Kirk and Spock.
Mm-hmm.
And, the way Kirk hangs around the science station. And...
Right. Well, when he leaves the center of the bridge to go talk to Spock
mm-hmm.
over in his little nook, it gives you that sense of intimacy.
Mm-hmm. You said intimacy. All right, so the dude we think is crazy is not crazy. He's not an inmate.
Yeah.
He's a doctor.
Well, they did confirm that that Dr. Adams is the main doctor, and he did confirm that Van Gelder is his assistant.
Yes, but he went crazy.
He's been doing some experimental stuff.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Spock's expression most of the time is that he's humoring the two humans in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, he's like, ladies, please, can we get to the point of the matter?
Well, I like that Kirk...
That's my favorite expression!
And then he's sheepishly, okay, I guess I will. But I like that Kirk here, he's been to these penal colonies, and he's seen Dr. Adams' work and influence at hand. So
which
he
has been really great.
Yeah, exactly. So he's inclined to trust Dr. Adams.
He has no reason for alarm. But Bones, being the heart, uses his gut a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Something doesn't feel right to him.
That's very true. He gives them both that look.
So this is nice because he obviously, you know, is like, all right, McCoy, I trust you as a colleague, and even though I think everything's fine, if this bothers you so much,
then I will look into it.
And because they're actually by the books, I could actually do a thing here, and I will basically investigate this for you.
Right.
You know, he's like, it's fine, and I'll tease Bones about it later. Yeah. Oh, he said, yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a captain. You better say
yeah,
yes,
but
sir.
I feel like most of the time, like, Bones just wants to call him Jim and just eschew all that rank stuff. Whoa. Going inside my
I know.
Woo!
Half the time, it seems like the model is just kind of like skating. There. Yeah. Star Trek Drift.
That's a show I'd watch so hard.
This is how he records his.
Is that how they're doing it?
Vlog. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a button on his chair where he usually is.
Yeah.
Recording his little thoughts of the day. Not let me hold an actual, basically field tricorder.
Dr. Noel.
Is that what is on display in Washington right now or wherever?
Yep. Yep, at the Smithsonian. Hello.
Oh my.
Hello, Doctor.
She is awfully pretty and he is feeling uncomfortable.
Yes, we've met.
He's like, we did.
We have a history, but you don't seem to remember it.
No.
He's like,
uncomfortable. Again, so far here in this many episodes, just, you know, I don't get why people are always going on about Kirk being like a womanizer and stuff. Because there are enough instances where he is uncomfortable around women.
He does remember. He's like, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about the Christmas party.
She's all like, oh, do you remember me? I totally like threw myself at you at the Christmas party and made you feel really uncomfortable.
You tell McCoy she better be the best goddamn doctor.
He's not happy about this at all.
He feels like McCoy's just fucking with him now. Now the interesting thing,
I just did him a favor by doing this like investigation.
Yeah, and now I feel like he's messing with us. Now, interesting thing about this matte painting is that we've actually seen it before. They used this matte painting in
with Gary Mitchell?
Yeah, okay. Exactly, that one. And it was kind of a compromise because I guess
look at her panties. Look at her little underbooty.
I know this isn't even like a low camera angle.
And what's interesting, is that it did not look the same color like dye match.
No, they modified it. They altered the matte painting so it wouldn't be.
No,
exactly
I'm talking
the same.
about her underwear. I'm stuck on her underwear.
Oh yeah, her underwear were definitely more sort of a greenish.
It was a lighter blue than what she's wearing. It's just funny because I know so many people feel self-conscious.
Wearing the costume with their underwear showing, but that's part of the look.
It's always like, my butt's showing. I'm like, good, it's supposed to.
Yeah,
like,
have you not seen the show?
At least, like, your entire, like, hand width, you know, or a solid 2 inches of your butt should be hanging there.
Yeah. Now, I guess Roddenberry definitely wanted them to beam down onto the surface, but the producers like, we don't have the money to like, commission another matte painting.
So we'll just edit.
So that was like a compromise. We'll just take one we've got, modify it a little bit.
I feel like, you know, his little symbol of embroidery for his little facility is like a hand that wants to squish a bird. Like, I just don't get the bird placement on that.
I feel like it's super elaborate.
Yeah.
I mean, the Enterprise one is fairly simple. His is like
And
really...
classy.
This place is really elaborate.
That was like someone asked their kid to make something for them, and then they slapped it on their chest. Now that is some glorious 60s fabric.
Yeah. They say.
Lethe?
Well, he called her Lethe.
Lethe.
I love my work.
Well,
It is
that
the best
seems
work
alarming.
in the universe. Yeah.
Your dull, vacant expression concerns me.
I am unable to focus on objects or people.
Yeah, I'm curious. That doesn't seem healthy. That doesn't seem healthy at all. And she's like, I'm so interested.
I love this actor as like the shady kind of two-faced doctor.
Yeah.
He starred in The Manchurian Candidate, classic movie, as the shady two-faced senator.
That's just his face. His face is the shady guy.
He was just really good at that role.
I need to find those glasses.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting thing about Dr. Helen Noel.
Yes.
This role in this episode was originally written for Yeoman Rand.
Ooh.
She was going to go down there.
I would have liked that a lot more. Just to get more Yeoman Rand development.
Yeah, and to flesh her out a little bit more.
So why the change?
Rather than have like these one-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe they didn't want Kirk sort of like establishing a relationship.
There's always that fight of like, he can't have an actual consistent love interest.
You can't have a work wife except for Spock.
No, and Enterprise.
Yeah.
Spock and Enterprise. It's okay.
No, the Enterprise's actual wife. Spock is the work wife.
But he can't have a woman consistently there who he needs to be all lovey-dovey with.
Right, exactly.
Not that I don't appreciate, obviously, that then giving us such a variety of female characters in the classic series.
Yeah. It's like there's advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, this guy has been working so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, you see how much he has to work to say any words?
Yeah, I know. He must have had like amazing core strength at the end of this shooting week.
Really tell McCoy how to do his job.
Yeah, give him more squishy.
Squish. I really have to give props to all the, one-off actor characters who have to do really intense roles like that.
Yeah.
Oh god, that plaid. Dear goodness. That was the inspiration for Iron Man's. I know, like, wait a minute. 60s arc reactor. Feeling like the dude in the background is a little not there.
Yeah.
A little not there.
Yeah, it's way better to, like, neuralize their brain.
Hmm? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Noel is completely useless because she's all just lovey-dovey eyes for
Well, she's a little starstruck by this doctor who's famous and very accomplished, which was kind of Kirk's...
I don't know anything about this equipment, but he is totes awesome.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, that was basically Kirk's reaction to him before he beamed down.
Yeah, also, but now he's seen and heard enough things that he is like, something's not quite right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's a captain.
Yeah, like this neutralizer operator who can't make eye contact with human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Van Gelder used the machine on
Supposedly
himself.
experimented with it on himself. Oh my god, he's like, something is
I am
wrong.
unable to make eye contact.
Well, that doesn't seem very beneficial.
You don't understand future therapy.
Clearly
I mean,
not.
you're stuck in like this 21st century paradigm where you come to terms with your trauma. It's like, no. We turn on the light, it spins around in front of your face, takes care of everything.
Yeah, all done. Look at them just hanging out.
Yep. Neural neutralizer.
Say that 3 times fast. Jeez.
Yep. Do you mean the neutral neuralizer? No, that's another room.
Let me just pick up your trophies. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. That should be no surprise, considering he was agitated the entire time that you met him.
Yeah. Pretty sure you're not involved in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he says it the way Captain would, which is, you know. No, you're crazy.
Yeah. McCoy has some hairy-ass arms.
Yes. He's a man.
With hairy-ass arms.
Mm-hmm.
Really? You want to spend the night in a crazy place?
Yeah, see, everyone in that room is like, that's not a smart idea at all. Yeah. I feel like you should trust the crazy dude.
You would. You would say, trust the crazy dude.
I would.
He's a crazy dude.
Oh. He's trying to get it out.
Yeah. Dr. Adams will destroy like death.
That was...
What do you not understand about Dr. Adams will destroy like death?
That was an amazingly delivered line by that guy. So that's the model. That they rebuilt.
Yep.
Refurbished. Ugh, I want to see it.
I'm sure we will eventually.
No, we won't.
Okay. We won't.
When are we getting to? You said it's the Smithsonian that has it?
Yeah.
When are we
Washington,
getting over
DC.
there?
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's mentioning the Vulcan mind meld for the first time?
We've
first
never
time.
seen
Yeah,
or
very
heard
first
of
time.
the Vulcan mind meld before.
Where Spock specifically is not looking McCoy in the eye and details that it is something Vulcans do not speak of. It is very personal and private. And yet we will, after this point, see the meld used quite frequently.
Not like every episode, but
for something that is supposed to
he
be
needs it.
For something that should be like, there is literally no other way to get this information. Like in this case, this guy is like gonna die if he keeps trying to verbally communicate with them. So
I like how he's like explaining it to him now.
You gotta limber up those fingers.
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Now, interestingly, in the shooting script for the mind meld, they had Spock touching him in the stomach.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Nimoy obviously changed that.
Yeah.
Although, obviously here, even, he's clearly still developing how he wants to do the hand technique.
Right. It's very different from the way we see him doing it later, where he places his fingers
I still don't
on
get
the face.
I still don't get it right. I don't even know.
Well,
I just
he
know
does
it's somewhere in this area.
Yeah, he does it differently each episode. But here, he's like,
yeah.
here's the mind meld.
Like
I'm melding with your mind.
Like those sloths like to hug the kitties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that seems like a really nice meditation technique.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'd enjoy having Spock massage your head at any point.
Also, this whole kind of aspect will change where it's really just my mind to your mind, my thoughts to your thoughts, and then
They're
just go
getting
into
to
it.
it. They're getting
but it's
to
a lot more like more if you were like working on someone in meditation, bringing them down into a state of calm.
Well, hypnosis was kind of a thing.
What is her hair doing? I just don't even know.
What? She looks fantastic. What are you talking about?
She's beautiful. I don't know what's going on with her hair. It's a weird mess of curls that are fighting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That one on side just gave up.
Yeah.
That's such a low collar on her. My goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen one that's so low, and like her entire like left side of her collar and her shoulder is showing, except for a little bit. Yeah, I don't like Dr. Helen Noel.
Why not? If she was good enough for Kirk to hook up with,
She wasn't though. She wasn't. They didn't hook up. What are you talking about? They didn't hook up. That's kind of the thing. They didn't hook up.
This is the calmest we've seen them all episode.
I know.
Now, with the whole, back in the 60s, hypnosis was kind of a thing.
Which is why Spock is like, this is not hypnosis.
Right. Because, number one, they were reluctant to depict hypnosis and get it wrong.
Yes.
And number two, they didn't want to have to, get into, well, why is Spock doing the hypnosis? What are his qualifications? So they created this new thing.
Yes, Vulcan mind meld.
Mm-hmm. So it's cool, because even though Spock isn't hanging out, having the adventure with the captain, he's still getting a lot to do.
Yeah, in an episode where he is not with Kirk on the adventure, I mean, this introducing one of the most iconic parts of Vulcan culture and Spock.
That's true.
It's pretty cool. Oh. Oh, great performance by Nimoy.
By both of them, really.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So obviously,
she's like, of course, I'm a professional.
I know how to
I've
turn
never
a dial.
used this machine before. It's experimental.
Yes.
It's futuristic. But sure, I can handle it.
But I got this. So,
I'll just shut it off the moment you start screaming.
So, with a lot, if not all the episodes, usually some moral or some aspect about current culture, society that is kind of being discussed or brought to light.
Yeah.
Don't know what word I'm looking for there. But in this case, What message do you think the writer was trying to get across? What fear that 60s culture was having or had for the future?
Well, do you think
that we could control society? Like, is this a fear of therapy? Is this a fear of hypnosis?
I feel like this could be like I said, hypnosis was kind of a thing and was becoming more popular as a part of psychotherapy.
And the fact that here he has no idea that thing was just on, and then she just put a suggestion in his head.
Right.
And his face is like, say what now?
Yeah.
And he is not okay with it. His face is like, I am not okay with.
Right. He's like, I'm freaked out now.
Knowing that is dangerous. And so there's obviously this fear of you wouldn't even know if you were being controlled.
Right. Or if your mind was being messed with.
I mean, because that is incredibly terrifying.
Yeah.
And obviously a fear that has never gone away at all.
Oh.
Because he loves space. He loves space so hard.
Yeah.
See, this is inappropriate and why I don't like Helen Noel, because she is distinctly being unprofessional as fuck and manipulating her captain beyond all appropriate reason.
He asked her to.
He asked her to do something unusual, not... And this is after she's already shown and seen for herself that, like, the suggestion completely works. So what did she do? She was like, I want to force a fake memory into your head that we totally fucked at the Christmas party. Because I am so obsessed with you.
And not just that.
And apparently you blew me off.
You, like, totally care for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not, like, in endless libido. He's not out to screw every single woman he meets eye contact with. Clearly, like, the Helen Noel is a great example because, you know, at the Christmas party, she comes up clearly wanting to bang him.
Right.
And he's all like, look at the stars. I love space. Space is cool, you know? And he just has no interest in her. And so what does she do? First chance she gets, she manipulates him into believing that not only that he loves her, but that, like, they're totally, like, doing it in a couple.
Right.
And that is not okay. If a guy did that, we'd be like, that's disgusting, that's gross. And, like, when a girl does it, it's like, oh, but she loves Captain Kirk. And I'm like, no, she's disgusting and gross, and I do not like her. I like that there's a female character like that, because it's range, you know?
Right.
But, like, just because there's a female character doesn't mean that I, as a female, am going to be like, yay, female characters. And I'm like, no, I hate you, bitch. You can go away.
That is invasive.
Yeah. It's gross.
Manipulative.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
And then she's all like, oh no, don't, like, take what I started and make it better for me. Oh no.
It's like the love potion in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Which is a grotesque manipulation of people's psyches against their will.
Yeah. See, now she feels shitty. And she should.
Yeah. Take your phaser weapon.
Really? Again, they just took the little one and not the main one? I love how immediately, though, he's like, I wouldn't ever put this down.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough to make him really stop.
Yeah. I don't like how he's holding it the wrong way. He's got it pointed to himself, though. I'm a little disturbed by that.
He's under extreme hypnosis and pain. Dude, those Starfleet products cost money, man. Just drop that on the floor. I love how he's actually trying to fight it.
He's trying to make a call.
Oh, Kirk is such a badass.
Oh, shit.
How great is that? Like, he's in immense pain.
Yeah.
And still, he knows that something's wrong, and his instinct is the Enterprise. Oh my god, Shatter's acting.
That man commits.
Yeah.
That man commits 100%.
And also, Captain Kirk loves nothing more than being a captain and the Enterprise.
Right.
Oh, so inappropriate. Really? I couldn't tell that?
She's just telling him he's safe.
No, you did! You freaking liar! Oh my god! Jesus, I hate her so much.
She put a
Really?
little of that
Really?
in his
Really?
mind.
No. The crazy doctor did it. I didn't at all. Oh, wait, no, I totally made you believe that we screwed at the Christmas party.
Yeah, you remember. She's got love face and he's got crazy face.
Yeah. And she's like, this isn't okay.
Yeah.
Probably. I should leave.
There you go. See, sometimes when you get everything you want, it sucks.
Yeah, because it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
I also love, and that scene happens so quick, where you're seeing him looking crazy and maybe a little, like, lascivious and rapey towards her. And, like, he's gonna come for her, and she's all like, oh, no, like, yes, but no. And he's, like, actually not even looking at her.
The only thing
like,
he wants...
the duct!
Yeah.
I need the duct! And then
the only thing he wants to penetrate is the ventilation system.
Yes. But I love how basically, like, you're thinking that he is totally gonna try to get some from her. And then no. Some more important things are happening right now.
Yeah.
Than getting laid. Really? Because I don't think you experienced the treatment room and pretty sure used it to your gross advantage.
So you're going to crawl through the ducts.
Yeah, shove her in there.
Straight up some die-hard air shaft kind of stuff.
That's kind of great.
There's mega voltage circuits in there. Touch the wrong one, you die.
This
blah,
is
blah,
probably
blah.
more
Talk to you
work
later.
than most of the women did on the show. And the
That's
guy.
true.
And the guys,
That's true.
too.
Yeah, you don't have most of them crawling through the air ducts.
Yeah. Oh, they put him back in.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
But I love that it shows how, like, mentally, strong, the fortitude that Captain Kirk has.
Yeah.
Because he's amazing, because even one session, pretty high up on the scale, he was able to fight it.
Yeah. Way stronger than Dr. Van Gelder.
I'm never gonna be able to say her name.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell! Oh my god. I also love how, like, there's
he doesn't
no
know.
actual, like, numbers on that dial.
Oh, no.
At all.
Right. If there were numbers, they'd be past 11 by now, though.
Fight it!
Ah. He fell down.
Yes.
I like how you can see the sparkle of his pants right there, though.
Ooh, hello, cleavage. And what tan thing is she wearing? Is she wearing a camisole?
I think it's like a modesty panel.
Then I bet when they shot it earlier, there was like a lot of cleavage
a lot more
showing
cleavage
through.
initially.
I've never noticed that before. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to have been just for that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. They love purple walls.
Yeah. This is a very elaborate set. You know, they've got a lot of rooms in this set. I think some of the set was reused from What Are Little Girls Made Of?
Yeah, because I was saying some of it, look, obviously the purple walls are
the
directly
rocks.
what I'm referring to.
Rock walls.
Oh, yeah, rock walls. But, yeah, I mean, this and What Little Girls Are Made Of so far stand out as most elaborate sets that they've done. Although, I mean, with Naked Time, doing that entire room with the Frozen people, I mean, that's fairly elaborate. Then they create great environments when you're making something in the 60s with limited budget and it's TV. And I'd say stay away from that, but whatever. You're in Starfleet, use your muscles.
She got it.
He's like, and I'm up.
Oh, judo chop!
Seriously, shouldn't he just be super tired and weak and in immense pain?
He should
he's
be,
like,
but
no,
he's Captain
no,
Kirk.
I got this.
He is Captain Kirk.
Is she faking that? Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Alright, so I gotta... Oh! She just killed a dude!
Voltage.
She just killed a dude.
Yeah,
that
she
was not
did.
appropriate.
What do you mean?
But...
He was menacing her.
But I do have to...
That was a great move.
I have to like her for the, like, oh, I'm been hurt,
Yes,
you know?
I'm a lady person.
Just so I can kick you in your
Yes.
nads and apparently explode you.
And the moment the shields are down, Spock has to go down.
Here I come to save the
Mm-hmm.
day.
So she does pretty freaking awesome.
And then she just slips away. Yeah, yeah.
She kicks some
It's like
guy's ass.
her barely redeeming factor.
Kills him with his bare with her bare hands.
Stuff she was doing earlier.
Yes, that's true. Very inappropriate
Yeah,
stuff.
like-
See, now aren't you glad that I wasn't Rand?
Rand wouldn't do that. That's the thing.
Really? One
Yeah.
episode she's trying to get him to look at her legs,
Mhm.
and then suddenly, like, this would play into Rand if they wanted to do
a little bit, because
Rand.
I always thought that was an interesting line. I mean, you've got like Naked Time where he's like, you know, I have a beautiful yeoman, but I can't
Right.
look at her.
Right.
So he's
I'm not allowed to
he's
notice
aware
her.
that
You can
she's
notice her.
pretty.
I'm not allowed to notice
Which
her.
I think kind of fits in great later, whether they knew they'd actually set up that line where it would make sense in a later episode when
Yeah.
she, in Mary, says, like, I'm always trying to get you to look at my legs, which implies he never is actually
Right.
taking the gander, you know?
Yeah.
It just builds on him, and
Yeah, he never
he's not
crosses that
screwing his
line.
crewmen.
Right.
He's screwing the girl that they just found on
Yeah.
the planet. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
He is a captain. He's not going to fraternize with his staff.
Oh,
But he's going to make out because he's brainwashed.
right.
No, yes, and Spock. Oh, no. Oh.
Spock is like,
oh, yeah.
I love that head tilt.
He's so damn sassy.
I love that head tilt.
Yeah. Like, I would have thought sass was an emotion, and I feel like it's the emotion that, like, all Vulcans in general are, like, just, that's the one they carry.
No, that's the one
They're like-
he carries. Most of the Vulcans,
Sass so
when
hard.
when we meet other Vulcans, their emotional state is always like
Yeah.
irritated.
Ooh, it was on the whole time.
Yep.
That ain't good.
Oh, that guy is dead.
But apparently that dude was so freaking weak.
Yeah.
He just gave up. Oh, because if you don't have a suggestion, then a jest
Mm-hmm.
dumps out your brain.
Yep. It's like infinite solitude.
Spock's like, I came to do stuff, and there's nothing to do.
He doesn't mind. He's just glad that Jim is
Also,
safe.
we'll just leave a dead body there. It's not their problem. It's not their problem. It's
Come
not their
on,
problem.
they're not running this colony.
Not their problem.
You got a janitorial staff for that stuff.
Every time I see a data pad, I'm always going to say, I really want a data pad.
He's got a lot on his mind. Look at that face.
Yeah. Ugh.
He's like,
He has seen some
Yeah.
things, and he's not okay with it. Oh, he needs a hug.
well, at least he can rest his head on McCoy's
I
shoulder,
know!
which he apparently is. Kirk's like, no, I believe it.
God, he's
I
so
believe
full of angst. It's just oozing out of him. I'll say that, and then I'll look at Spock.
Yeah.
And then I'll smile.
And then brings back his smile.
yeah.
And Spock's got his smile.
Like, I'm all like, yeah, like, if you've been in that room, you totally can believe a man can die from loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Spock makes me happy.
Although, I'm disappointed that this episode didn't have a coda for Helen Noel. Like,
Of what happens to her?
yeah, what happens to her, or him saying anything about, like,
Well, also,
having
like,
gotten past that whole
yeah, like, is he
programmed
able,
love
I mean, is he just
program.
awesome that he's able to, like, mentally break it?
Yeah, they don't even talk about that.
Because I would think, like, if there's a way to reverse it, they should.
Right.
Which would be like, you know what, let's actually put you in that chair one more time.
Yeah, or have...
And just be like, you didn't do that thing with Hell Noel.
Spock's magic fingers do
Something.
get a little bit of mind meld going on there.
They just leave it as, you're gonna get transferred, bitch. And that's all we're gonna talk about. You know? I'm just gonna push past it.
Right. So I'm a little surprised that was kind of left out.
No,
of the
it's
ending.
just a bromance between Kirk, McCoy, and Spock. But I love it when McCoy is just always on the bridge, and he is so there is that really deep relationship between him and Kirk where he is just like leaning on the captain's chair,
and he's like,
and Kirk's leaning on
Kirk's
that.
got his head on the shoulder. Yeah,
they've seen some things together, and they've had talks over drinks.
Yeah. So that was a good episode, very intense,
and thoughtful with this concept of this fear that still totally exists today of being mind controlled and not knowing when
you are being mind controlled.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah,
and not really resolved.
Not completely. All right, that was episode 9.
Yeah.
And what is episode 10?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But we'll find out next time on episode 10. Thanks for being with us. And
till next time.
Yep.